Hey everybody, we're back with Gundam Extreme Versus as we go through this part of the Gundam game series and go through its arcade mode. We're halfway done it.
Why is part of this game like in English? Sorry, Dan. Like 10% of this game is in English. The other 90% is in Japanese. Like how did you learn this, Jordan?
Well, here's the thing though. The thing is, half this game is literally in English, so I don't know why it hasn't been localized already. In terms of... Oh, that's a big game. In terms of, how I know how to play the game, basically it's because it works exactly the same as the Gundam game that have been localized here, Federation vs. Zeon and Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam. So they work exactly the same, just with, unit differences. So that's how I know how to play it, but, I mean, functionally, you can figure out this game without knowing a bit of Japanese.
So we were discussing offline this Linkin Park album, and Will brought up that his dad has all the Linkin Park albums, and Will, I need to know, what's going on?
All right, so my dad is way more up and up on the music scene than I will ever be. I'm still stuck in the 80s and listening to Nightcore on YouTube. My father listens to just about anything he can get his hands on. So, he's a great guy to hang out with. But much more musically inclined than I will ever be. But yeah, no, he's down with Linkin Park, and just about every... Yeah, he's pretty down with just about any kind of music. He's not too huge on beats and stuff electronic.
Sure. He's not on the EDM scene right
that's
now.
The one.
Wub wub.
That's the one. Yeah, right now. Give it time though.
So okay, Will, what are your dad's favorite bands?
Oh, I mean, you know what? He really likes the classic rock sort of bands and the folk rock, Gordon Lightfoot and Dire Straits and whatnot.
Sure.
But yeah, he's really into the indie scene. He loves finding new songs coming out these days. He was really happy when indie became a genre, and he's getting quickly bored with it, I would say, because he's saying it's taking the same sort of track that every genre does at some point. Eventually the sound starts to sound the same among all the bands and whatnot, until a new band comes out completely redefining the sound again. And that starts a whole new cycle.
Yeah, I think in that respect, Indie 88 was sort of the end point. Once it became a radio station, it was sort of okay, we're done with that genre now.
Yeah, pretty much. I still remember, because I was there at the CRTC meeting when Indie 88 was initially pitched, and it was amazing seeing all of the faces, the confused faces, because no one understood what indie was.
Yeah, I mean, Indie 88 was cool as hell when it started, when it was doing its test run, and it was there were no DJs or anything. It was just sort of auto running a bunch of weird music, and it was this great mix of stuff. And now it's just, you hear the same songs over and over again. You hear the 4/4 beat, you hear some jangly guitars, maybe some foot stomps, whatever, and it all sort of sounds like a car commercial.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still cool listening to them, but yeah, it's definitely taking that shift.
That's cool though. Dad's keeping up. Good for him.
Oh yeah.
Has your dad ever gone to a hip band concert without you?
He's gone to concerts for sure, and the only concert I've ever been to has been Warped Tour.
Oh wow. Okay.
And not including video game symphonies and all that. But it's just not my thing, man. I'm happy listening to the tracks on a CD or released as part of an album, and I just don't want to. I've heard, I don't know. I know bands always change it up, and it doesn't always sound the same live. So it's not my thing. I'm happy hearing what I have on the track, and I don't really need more than that.
It's all right.
The one band I was going to see live was the Mowglis when they came downtown, but I got strep throat that week, and it was a bummer. And actually, I gave the tickets to my mom because she digs them, and she went with her friend. And yeah, no, she said it was pretty cool. She even got a shirt and tweeted about it, and the Mowgli's retweeted it.
Nice.
And they said that was super cool. So I'm like, all right, it's there in spirit. That's all right.
Yeah, I
guys
remember.
are gonna be back here for like another year.
So the first concert I went to was this Green Day concert at the ACC. That's the Air Canada Centre for people who don't live in Toronto. Big, sort of our biggest stadium. I was in like grade 8 at the time, and I had a friend who I was in a band with, and his parents went to that show, and he did not. And he was a huge Green Day fan, and his parents just went without him and bought a bunch of t-shirts. They were like, "Oh, we bought you a t-shirt."
Wait, did he know that they were going to the concert?
I don't exactly know how it happened, but somehow his parents went to that concert and he did not. And I think he probably would have liked to, and I don't exactly know what happened there.
Speaking of music, this soundtrack right now does not sound very Linkin Park-ish.
Well, the soundtrack in this game is mostly taken straight from the Gundam TV shows. This is from, I think, Gundam Unicorn, which I have not seen.
Is there a thing, like, is it just sort of random? Do stages have tracks? Is it based on, like, your character pulls out? I don't know if characters, I haven't noticed if characters have, like, super moves in this game or not. But,
They do somewhat, but they just aren't, like, as flashy as, like, say, most games.
Sure.
They sort of just happen. The music is either based on the stage. Oh, that's the X Factor little thing that sort of allows you to use super moves and also gives you, like, a recharge. And
fatality.
And attack power. But a lot of the music is either based on the stage, or if something like a special unit comes in, like the Gundam Unicorn came in, so Gundam Unicorn music plays. Oh, we're actually at the last stage already. So at the last stage on this map, it gets harder as you go down the map. But I chose the easy route because I was like, I don't want to be here forever, because the harder ones get, like, stupid hard. And this is the Extreme Gundam, who changes his form depending on which of those stages you use. And which
Should we say
which
he's
path you
Shang
choose.
Tsung, basically?
Huh?
He's Shang Tsung.
I guess?
Well, you never
Why
played
does
Mortal
this guy
Kombat
get it?
before?
I know. I don't know. I can't remember how that works, but in Mortal Kombat. But this is one of his forms, and he changes depending on, like I said, whichever one of the last stages you get to in the map. And he can get really stupid hard in this game.
Yeah, this guy got his own intro cutscene and everything.
Yeah. This is one of the more easier ones, but I still had a hard time with it.
Jordan, you ever played the Gundam Breakers games?
I've been wanting to.
Yeah, I kind of want to too.
Yeah, I've been wanting to, especially because it literally says we are all playing classic models, and I wanted to get the recent one because they actually made an Asia English version.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But it's only PS4, and I don't have a PS4.
Yeah. So, Will, the Gundam Breakers games are basically these games that, like, the combat is sort of like Dynasty Warriors, from what I understand. The sort of main crux of it is that, like, it's like you're actually building a Gundam from the ground up, and you're, like, selecting the parts that you would select to make a Gundam in real life. Like, you're getting all these, like, different plastic parts and stitching them together, and then as you stitch them together, that, like, gives you moves and stuff, which is pretty cool.
I got completely wasted.
I thought it said close.
No, I got
like, oh, you almost beat him.
No, I got completely wasted there because it's like the last boss is absurdly cheap. So because he barely stuns, he just shrugs off a lot of your things, and I'm even sure how to dodge half his attacks, and you just have to deal with it. So. You know,
keeping in the fighting game boss tradition
no.
of having
Now
awful bosses that are the most annoying.
Yeah.
Now I remember what this reminds me of, that warning symbol. Have either of you guys played Mega Man X5 or X6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
which one was the first one that had? What was the first, like, PS1 one? Was that X4?
Four.
Okay, I've played X4. I think I have a copy of X4.
X4 is solid. X5 wasn't too bad either, but X6, oh man. Anyway, Gundam.
Yeah. One thing.
That's one where Zero dies, right?
One thing to know in this game, though, is that you can block in this game, but how you block is kind of absurd. There is no block button. In order to block, you have to, like, sort of realize when something is coming, and then press forward back. Or back forward. So it's...
I mean, so it's... Wait, what? Back? forward.
Yeah, you literally have to move back forward and it blocks. That's how you block.
You actually do like both of those movements?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So it's almost more like a parry than it is a block.
It is a block, but the thing is though, like, trying to realize when you need to block is kind of hard, and oh yeah, I got blasted again. But yeah, this has a pretty clutch ending, I guess. But yeah, knowing when you need to block is hard.
I would imagine that's sort of where a lot of the depth comes in, right? Like,
yeah. But right
pro
there,
stat or not.
Dan, you were talking about super moves. That was the super move because I used the. I didn't even know that his super move had super armor. So when I remember when I was playing this, I'm like, oh shit, I'm dead, because I saw the thing coming towards me, and it's like, oh wait, super armor, and then it just died.
This isn't even my final form.
Or final attack.
Well, yeah.
So we're back to Linkin Park.
Nice.
That's all right. Oh, this is gonna get copyrighted, is it? Keep talking, folks.
No?
No?
I'm pretty sure we're fine.
Yeah, we'll probably.
Besides, I'm pretty sure if
okay.
anything, Linkin Park's not going to be the one making a copyright claim on this. It's like probably the band,
Well,
though.
it's never the bands. It's always the labels.
No,
Yeah.
I kind of doubt it. It'll be probably Bandai Namco before it's Linkin Park.
I don't know, man. Linkin Park, I don't know what record label they're on, but they're on one of the majors, and the majors are the people who would get in people's faces for having licensed music. I'm sure it'll be fine, actually. But
Anyway, bottom line, somebody endorse us. Okay,
so nobody share this video.
Yeah. So
Keep this one in obscurity. Don't let it go anywhere.
So yeah, that is the arcade mode of Gundam Extreme Versus.
Cool.
And there's
what are
one
we
more
doing
game.
next, Jordan?
Well, we still have one more part where I wanted to make one more part where we go through the mission mode, because that is actually a bit interesting, because it's like sort of specialized missions where mostly it's just kill everything in sight, which is good because I can't understand anything else in this game because of all the Japanese. But at the same time, you get some of like these really interesting matchups where you have like some like you have to get like a whole bunch of these guys who just are really, really strong and you have to beat them all, or you have like the bigger Gundams or mobile armors that you just have to take down, which is really cool.
So is like the mission mode the story mode of the game, or is there a separate single-player campaign?
It's sort of the story mode, except that none of it really goes by any sort of story. There are some missions that actually have like their own cutscenes, which I didn't record because I couldn't figure out which one they were. But it's mostly just like, you know, mission like random challenges to go through on a map.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's going to be our part after this.
Sweet.
I'm getting Smash Brawl
What?
flashbacks listening to this track.
Once I get really good at reading Japan, I will tell you how to find that mission.
Reading Japan.
Are you practicing?
I have been, yes. I'm planning to go to Japan near the beginning of next year, so I've been starting to learn some Japanese.
Nice.
It's hard, man. It's really tough, but it's fun.
I can understand.
Yeah, I hear it's one of the most difficult languages to learn.
Well, actually, it's easier than Chinese, I think. But the, I can understand some words and some sentences, but I cannot, for the life of me, understand the writing.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you have, like, you've watched enough anime, I'm sure that you're like, oh, I know how they say stupid.
Yep, that's basically the extent of it.
It's not like I know any Japanese or anything, but baka.